We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy. Tastes great, less filling, fuck off. It's Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
Speaking of fuck off, in the comments, everyone tell me what you think of the Oxford comma, because I just got into it with an 11-year-old. You need it. It's crucial. We can't have society without it. It's bedlam.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tuesdays, we do it live. Saturdays, we post it later. Got a whole gaggle of episodes if this is your first time. If this is your last time, make sure you share these episodes. Give us a good rating. Tell a friend. And remember, the next time you have somebody proofreading your paper, make sure you tell them, hey, listen to a good podcast, because it's really going to help you understand the English language, because we like when people love us, but we love when people hate us.
We sure do. We do. All right, fine. He wants to tell. My daughter and I just got into it over a comma quiz, and he heard off camera me just lighting her up, because we don't negotiate with terrorists in this house. We yell in this house.
Got a great episode planned for today, but before we get into it, Zach, why don't you tell everybody what you are drinking?
Oh, with an absolute huff, I grabbed the first thing I saw in the fridge. It's a Bud Light again. It was 3 minutes out for this thing was bedlam in my house. Go on, E2. What are you drinking?
Georgia on my mind. From the Fire Maker Brewing Company. It is a sour siren tangerine mango. This is how you not pay Game of Thrones, but you basically are saying you think your Game of Thrones beer.
Yeah.
Create a spark.
Dracarys.
Create a spark. Dracarys, release the Kraken.
That was the funniest thing in NetScout history. He said Dracarys, and the thing was terrific.
Cheers to you.
Oh, need 10 more of these for the rest of my night.
Episode 279, calling this one.
Keep it PG-13. Paul George.
It is a really good nickname. This might be one of my inside jokes that I do all the time. I meet patients and I get very personal with them. And a lot of times I have to ask them a lot of interesting questions where
Before you kill them.
it can get a little intimate. And I always want to be open. And I do have people sometimes that ask me flat out. They go, "Can I ask you a personal question, like about you?" And I you can say no. I don't want to be rude. And I always say to them, "Yeah."
Keep it PG-13. You know what I say to them every time? Is the nudity tasteful?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Every time I say that.
Oh, you know what I've been using more? And
You like it and you're going to use it. That's what your oh Jesus thing.
No. Where I have been chuckling recently is when people talk about being Jewish and I say top or bottom. Or they say I'm part Jewish. I say top or bottom, and like,
That's pretty good.
Some of it's. I think it was a Zach Elias original. No,
Top or bottom, yeah, but I always say to them, you can double check me if you want. That's what I say to the guys on Friday night.
I use that. 8 out of 10, it laughs. 2 out of 10, they're like, "I'm calling your supervisor." So,
You have a supervisor?
Yeah.
Pussy.
Geez. Okay, well, why don't we keep this podcast PG-13?
Oh!
But no, this is something for me where it does come up very frequently. And like, I don't mind sharing. We're going to talk about stuff. It really doesn't bother me. I will go ahead and tell you that I had a blunder maybe 6 months ago.
A blunder? That's a strong word.
Ninja report. I have to ask patients their height and their weight. Okay. And
emails too?
First, yes.
You can't just guess?
No.
5'2", $150?
First female patient I had, I was tripping over my words and I said, "I hate to ask, but I need your measurements."
No!
She said, "Pardon me?" I said, "Height and weight, just make something up." She goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure." And it was like
In your bra.
5'4", 220. I was like, "Jeez."
D's? 220? Wait a minute. Whoa. 220? I'm going to gloss over that. That's a lot of woman.
Why are we talking about
In
this?
5'4"?
The biggest story over the past weekend.
I think
Zach,
she's the biggest story.
why don't you tell everybody what happened with Bill Belichick and a famous interview over the weekend?
His girlfriend is off the rails. That's the biggest story over Shador?
No, I don't care about Shador. We'll get to it. I don't care.
I don't give a shit about
Do
Belichick's
you
girlfriend.
have an interest you don't have a take about Belichick's girlfriend at all?
Give a shit. She's
Okay.
crazy.
Just tell people what happened.
Killian's Red on the Upper West Side. He went nuts on an interview. I didn't even see the interview.
Okay. I'll synthesize. Bill Belichick, super famous, we don't need to explain who he is dating a girl who's 24. They're all over the internet together.
Yeah.
They do some type of interview this past weekend where the guy is talking and then finally says, "So, how did you two guys meet?" And from the rafters, she screams, we're not talking about that. Which means she is...
Keep it a PG-13. They met on some dating app. It was set up. What does it mean?
It means she's a call girl. It means that's how they met, is exactly what it means.
I've never met a call girl. How do I know the lingo? Maybe I have, and I missed my moment.
I can't say who, but I do have two friends that did Vegas in New Year's. Sorry, they did New Year's in Vegas, and they met two young women.
Well, it's definitely Rose and Penis in Chicago, Seth.
It's not. And
they went. If it was.
They took these poor girls back up to their rooms in the hotel, got very handsy, get inside, and then the one guy turns around and goes, "I think these women are prostitutes." And the guy goes, "Yeah, I know. Just want to see how far I could get before I had to pay them."
Did he end up paying, or he kicked them out for free?
Back down to the club, baby girl.
How far did he get? The second base for free isn't terrible.
Over the closed second base, yeah.
Well, that's not great. You can do that on the subway.
You can also have a Seder on the subway.
You can. A pass under.
Kosher
Terrific. For real, we're doing it next year. Will you come in for it? If I can set this up and find it, you'll come in for kosher deals?
I will.
Okay.
All I'm saying with this Belichick story that happened was, I mean this for you, for me, and for anybody. If you're ever asking me a question and I don't want to answer, I just say, keep it PG-13.
Well, his former employer got whacked off on camera in Florida, so it's in the family.
I think it was in it. Oh, and then he went to Atlanta is what it was, yeah.
Nothing.
You had nothing to say about that story.
I couldn't care. I didn't even realize what that meant. I just thought she was like a weirdo and like they saw pictures of her crawling around the beach.
Well, there are also pictures online that are pretty untasteful. And I haven't had a chance to look those up, but they will be coming to a inbox near you.
Sure.
But
everybody's inbox? You're going to send it to Ron Katz and Marlene? Outstanding.
No. But it got even weird a couple days before. I'm not a Mad Dog Russo guy, but they were doing a whole thing on ESPN where he goes to bring up, he goes, yeah, and the Belichick's girlfriend. And they're like, we're not talking about that. Like, they're really keeping this whole thing under. It's kind of creepy.
So they got a hooker.
Who's worse, her or him?
Oh, that's a good question. So she's in it for the fame and money. He's in it for the sex. I think they can both get what they want from someone else, in theory, given who they are. So they're both equal. He can find some other broad that goes in it for fame and money, and she can get sex anywhere she wants. Look at her.
I think I think he's doing nothing wrong. I think you don't want to be Mr. whatever her name is after this. After he dies, after she gets all the money.
I don't think you want to be with either of them after the other one dies, in whichever order.
As she just disappears.
Yeah, or like she waits him out until he's like a cadaver, but she gets hit by an air conditioner. She just falls out of windows all the time.
All right, Zach, you've been asking me questions. Why don't you tell everybody what I did last Wednesday night?
I have no idea what you did. Oh, the diss-off. So Alan entered a diss-off or like an insult contest. So what was it actually? A roast. No, the diss-off.
This was my first roast battle.
And lost. I think you're too nice. I would have been so mean to his fat guy.
Okay, that's not what happened. But it was down in Cape May, New Jersey.
Where I drive.
Drive. Do you know there were fires? I had to drive north to go south.
Jesus, just to get beat by Fat Albert?
Get beat? I get down there. The guys are really nice. I had a really good time. I did a couple of jokes that I thought landed. There was a couple groans, which is always a good reaction. When you're doing stand-up, no reaction is bad. Groans are, I can't believe you just said that.
I love it.
It was really good. I did record my set and the roast battle, which I will post online. I'm still editing it right now. But I got put with a guy.
Did you use my two jokes? Diabetes by Dre?
I used one of your jokes, which you will be able to see in the
melted Toblerone. Fat ass.
It landed. It landed, and I tagged it with "You are what you eat."
Fantastic.
It was good, but so I saw when I got there the lineup sheet of the because it was a comedy thing first. They let us do like 4 minutes, and then there was a improv thing, and then there was the roast battle. Anyway, I'm put penultimate in the lineup where my counterpart roast battle is put right before me, and just to do a stand-up. Well, as the show gets going and you're meeting everybody, he's not there. And you're like, oh, he's late. Gee, that's not a stereotype.
That's pretty good.
And then, as they do a quick switcheroo, put somebody before me that was the last person, and then when I get up there, they said, and our final comedian of the night, which means
Headliner, he's good.
I got to go last, which means
Oh, he didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
So quickly in the back, the host of the night goes, "All right, dude, why don't you and I will just roast each other?" And I looked at him, I said, "I spent a lot of time writing these jokes. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to go up there and say what I say." So he says, "Well, tell me some stuff about you." And I'm like, feeding him like, oh, okay. So I'm married to a half Asian.
I invented cold fusion. You can say anything. It's the regional manager of Circuit City.
I tried to give him as much material. He went off key, used some of the stuff that I said before. One of his jokes landed, but I just got up there and I said, "Listen, I was supposed to roast a guy that's big, fat, and black."
Oh.
And you know what? Picture it in your head and let's go from there. And 4 of the jokes got chuckles and 1 got a groan. And that's all I wanted.
That's pretty good.
So it was fun. I don't know if I'll be going back there. They do something every couple of months. It really is like a solid hour and a half, hour 45 drive. But the guys were great. I had a really good time.
That's pretty good. How far is it from me?
It is very far. Now, I was going to leave after the roast because they still had like another oh, let's get this guy up. And then I find out that the audience has Post-it notes and they're going to write down who they think the winner of the night is. So being me, I'm like, well, I have to stay. There's only 8 or 9 candidates here. So I sit up there and they give away the 3rd place, the 2nd place, the 1st place. And I'll say the guy who got first was very good. I did not even place for the night. I was way better than the other 2. And again, that's subjective.
Nepotism.
It is. Anyway, I do the right thing. The following day, I hit up the host. I said, "Hey, dude, had a great time. Thanks for having me." He responds, "Hey, it was a lot of fun. By the way, you got a lot of votes." Zach, there were 20 people in the audience. I didn't even get 3rd place, and I got a lot of votes.
It's not possible.
The election was stolen.
Yeah. Mathematically, that's not possible that you got anything more than 2 votes and it wouldn't have placed.
It didn't bother me. It really, honestly, if I would have won the mustard color.
I'm seething right now for you.
It didn't matter. It was a lot of fun. And
what were the prizes?
Nothing. You get to say like 1-time champion the next time you perform.
Pretty good.
And the 2-time returning champion who performed?
Nishkit? Could you take him?
Could I take him? The guy did a robe and boxing gloves and came out and did a little Rocky warm-up. Yeah.
I would have called him out right then and there. A challenge.
I did do a Trump off with that guy, which I will also post online.
Like a Donald Trump off?
Yeah, because I do a little Trump thing, and then they're like, "Ooh, let's have a Trump off."
Sounds like they run a pretty tight ship.
Feeling quirky? Let's get jerky.
I can't believe the guy did the show. The Toblerone joke was terrific. Man stands on NYC street corner in his skivvies to raise money for an engagement ring. What the fuck is this guy doing? Who's going to give him money? So why do I care if he gets married or doesn't?
So he stopped standing on the corner.
He can raise money for a cock ring, all I care.
How much was he collecting?
I don't know. I didn't read that far into it. But whatever you want to give him, which is nothing.
See, this is why you're in the wrong city, because you bunch of snowflakes are all going to be like, "Oh, it's such a sweet story."
No, fuck. I'm in the right city. You're getting nothing. I hope it's cold. Looks cold. That's it for him. I regret $8,000 procedure to transform into a cat. The dumb publicity stunt was, quote, excruciating. So this person became a cat.
This is all the time they post dumb pictures. You basically get a facelift and keep going.
I don't know. That's a pretty big facelift. That's a spicy meatball there to become a cat.
Oh, I saw this. That is a guy, I believe?
Yeah, it's a dude who became a cat.
Oh, I had to look twice when I read that article because I was like, is that a...
Gross.
Yeah, not good.
Nishkit, none of that is good. This is good. Wild chimps caught on camera for the first time sharing boozy fruit. So, like, some fruit went bad in Africa, and, quote, these chimps were a barrel of laughs. They got fushnicket on some, essentially just beat up old fruit. And, I mean, there they are drinking and having a good time.
You're telling me it wasn't 43 bananas? Or it wasn't 99 bananas?
If you got it right the first time, it would have been good.
Wow.
Pretty good. Yeah. This is insane. Who wants to be a millionaire? New York mom slammed by mammoth wave at Disney Typhoon Lagoon is suing for $2 million. I mean, I would. got MILF. But nevertheless,
can we
Jesus
pause
Christ, that's what you go there for.
So you also said that
What?
like Slumdog on purpose, right?
Yeah. Millionaire.
I also do that. Nobody ever gets it.
Every time.
And if they don't, you know what I say? I go, Jai Ho? Jai Ho?
I don't have to qualify myself to them. They say in Empire Records, I don't have to explain my art to you.
Yeah, so the person goes there to get their clock clean. What's the problem?
Yeah, that's the whole point. She'll clean your clock for half that.
I got wet at Typhoon Lagoon?
She sure did. Here we go all night. Hey, that's all.
One of my group chats today sent out a picture where a guy was wearing said chicken tender slut. I'm like, that's not bad.
Ew. This is the most upsetting thing of the Starbucks is bringing back coffee doodles.
What is that?
Just they have to doodle. Everyone has. What if you're not artistic? You have to doodle or make a little drawing on everyone's coffee cups to show how happy and positive and then like excited you are for Starbucks. A, it's gonna take forever. B, I hope the guy sucks at art. What if you can't draw a cock on it?
You do a doodle.
Get me my coffee faster. Yeah, they want you not just to put your name, but like a little message and a drawing. So fucking ridiculous.
Speaking of artistic, did you see that George Lucas came out and said that yes, Yoda was indeed autistic?
Cool. Is that where his powers come from, or is that why he just talks like a weirdo?
Weirdo, I am.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Starbucks is you should get little doodles on your cup now, and it's supposed to mean something. You're supposed to thank them for it. Meanwhile, the line is out the door because some guy's drawing a labyrinth. I'm not happy about any of
Oh,
this.
you know what the joke there was? Somebody's drawing a labradoodle.
That's not terrible. Took me a second, and I'm not proud of that. Gen Z is bringing back a sexy porn fetish, but critics warn that it's promoting a dangerous body trend. Do you know what this sexy fetish is? I didn't even know this was a fetish. Tan lines.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Why is that a fetish? And people are going to start going to the tanning booth with stuff on to get tan lines? I got to tell you, I never loved that in 80s porn. You're a tan line guy? You like it?
There is something...
Go, explain why.
No, there is something weird is when you see somebody with tan lines, you immediately think bra, you immediately think boobies, and boobies.
Boobies. So when I take off my golf hat and I'm two-tone, you think boobies?
No. Okay, when we say tan lines, I'm not referring to farmer's
I said tan lines. You assumed there.
Well,
yeah, so she looks like her. She can be tan lined anywhere, but they're not all going to look like that. Yeah, they're doing the tan line thing. They are wearing clothing at points just to get like the straps and the boobies and the whatever.
Okay, so I was right. They are spaghetti straps. They are, you know what was always great? When they do a Playboy bunny on the hip, like you just put something
there. Oh, well, that's a whole other thing.
What did I say? It's a tan line. It's a tan line.
You know what?
Circle gets the square.
I wish it was the Yellowstone. They would just put it on you for life.
That's a brand, not a bleach.
Whatever. Same.
Shit.
How great would that be? Half brands every girl. Incredible.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's terrific. Weekend at Bernie's for 1,000. NASA's oldest astronaut felt the decades melt away in space before returning on his 70th birthday. I don't know why they needed this guy up in the space station to finish some mission at age 70, but...
That's it. He's finished.
There he is. He came down. I mean, it is Weekend at Bernie's. He looks terrible.
All right.
That's 70? He looks like he's 1,000.
Don't ask me why I thought of this. I don't know if the Animal Channel is still a thing, but how do they not get together a bunch of Bernie's mountain dogs and just put glasses on them, get them all verschnicked, and call it Weekend at Bernie's?
You need the shirt. The Hawaiian shirt.
Tell me you wouldn't watch that.
Oh, 100%. Dozens put on the, quote, do not sail list. Not do not fly, do not sail. Now, this could hit very close to home for some people, you know. A massive brawl. A full-on rumble.
In Galveston?
You saw that?
Zach,
it's mesmerizing.
Do you look like think any of them are top or bottom?
Yes.
No.
They're all potential family members of you. The footage was unbelievable. A full-out rumble. I didn't really get why. I think they just went for it. And I guess they didn't need a reason.
I mean, I could make a joke here, but it looked like they may have been from Baltimore, but not my neck of the woods.
It looks like the guy who didn't show up for your roast battle. I can't believe he didn't show up. It's like his last court hearing. Nishki, no good.
No, my bad joke at the end, which people groaned at, it was a little too far, but I liked it. Anytime
Fine.
you can sneak a George Floyd reference in there,
Oh, no good.
yeah, at the
Yeah.
Alan Snyder, go watch it. It's going to be up
Say
there.
his
in the next
name.
couple- No, that's me.
Say his name. I
Say
know.
my name.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. Tennis World is going up in arms about who the hell is Clinton Hope. Anyway,
Yeah,
you can
what's up?
send money to his PayPal account if you want to get ripped off forever. Send him a couple happinesses. Tennis World rails against creepy new shower rule. So in not like the real tennis association, but the ITIA, the International Tennis Integrity Unit, something. Right. After each match, they're supposed to be potentially drug tested, but because they're gross after tennis match, they want to shower. So this thing is instituting shower chaperones. Someone stands there and watches you shower to make sure that you don't like
What? What can you do in the
get
shower?
fake pee or fake anything. Like so you take the drug test after the shower, but you don't get like fake piss, so you don't go. So they watch you the entire time, and people are up in arms about the shower chaperoning. You know what? Take a gander. What do I care? Get it? I'm gonna lock eyes with you as I soak the whole thing.
Yeah, so on our first date, when I order a Long Island iced tea, and then you ask me what I do for a living, and I say, I'm a shower chaperone.
We're going right back to your place and taking a shower. You clearly know how to watch. You know what you're doing. You're a pro.
I
Shower.
really wanted more for my weekend at Bernie's with the dogs.
It was pretty good.
I thought that was good.
It was pretty good. I mean, like, would you want her standing over you while you shower? She looks very strict.
Does she have tan lines?
I think she probably does. She seems like she does. You'll find out in the shower. And my favorite of the week, Mount Fuji climber, 27 years old. Just on your list? Rescued twice in 1 week from Mount Fuji. The second time he went back to retrieve his cell phone. So during the initial rescue, he got his phone, and he went back and he had to be rescued again because he couldn't hack it.
Jesus Christ.
It's insane.
My silver medal is one of those, like, what are you doing? Just let it go. It's not that
What is
important.
this guy doing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That doesn't look that big. I could climb that.
Okay. Well, I think you should go.
Maybe I should. I don't know.
Hey,
See, the breathing's the hardest part. So that's what I got.
Where is Gorky National Park?
Gorky?
Yeah.
I don't know, but a gork is like a little flare into the outfield.
This came up.
Gorky National Park, I'm going to say, is Canada?
Okay, no, it's Russia. This came up this past weekend, but nobody knew it except for Big Mike. But there you go.
Of course he did.
Hey, Zach, what you watching?
So we're watching all the stuff. The Last of Us, even without him, is still pretty good. I know hacks.
Almost on the episode. I have like another 20 minutes,
my God.
and I have something to say about that. But go on.
We'll get to that. So the same shit, and Black Mirror, which is quite good. We just finished the Giamatti episode.
Okay, just started the
It was
Giamatti.
sad.
So I don't know if I'm going in the right order for Black Mirror. I started
That's
off.
the second to last episode. Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one is USS Callister.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so I just started the Giamatti episode. I have not seen Callister, but I've seen the other ones. Other than the one with the girl who comes in with the nut allergy thing, I thought the other episodes were horrendous.
The one in the office.
The one in the office,
best one.
It was great. It was
That
really,
was
really,
great.
Yeah.
They apparently made two endings to throw people off, so they wouldn't before they released it. That one was terrific.
Yeah, I
I
liked it a lot.
thought the Tracy Ellis Ross one with the celebrity was terrible.
Wait, which one?
The first one, with like you could upgrade for more money, and it was terrible.
I don't know if I saw that one because the one that I watched was the Bête Noire, which was the girl in the office with the thing, where that was an example of a Black Mirror episode where the whole time you're going, okay, clearly this is this. This is so stupid. And in the last 5 minutes, you're like, oh my God, what the hell?
Yeah.
There's a couple episodes that I think are the worst episodes for 90%, but the ending just flips it upside down and makes it. So yeah, I did that. What I wanted to
Giamatti one is sweet, but it's sort of
easy.
shit.
I'm like 10 minutes in.
All right, come
Do you know what Julia told me?
What did Julia tell you?
In Last of Us, you know the old homophobe guy who like helps them out but doesn't in the New Year's Eve thing?
Sure.
Do you know who that? Do you know who that is? That actor?
No, it looks like Anthony Michael Hall.
You referenced him last week. That is the guy who played RoboCop.
That's RoboCop?
It's RoboCop.
Is the limp real?
Yeah.
Glad to see he's getting some work.
Zach, fucking RoboCop. And the whole time I'm going
He's
like,
still alive.
I don't see it. But you brought him up.
I didn't even recognize him. I thought it was Anthony Michael Hall until I Googled it.
But he was. Yeah, anyway, I was just going to bring up the Black Mirror episodes.
They're good. They're not great. That one was very good, though. The Office one. Just chugging her milk.
In her face.
In her face.
I mean, it's a little ridiculous at the end.
Oh, it's great. Everyone's wanted to do that.
Hippanonymous. This is a weird one. It's something that I do work with patients, and they say things sometimes, and I just go, I'm not touching that. And no, not literally. A guy last week, as we're doing physical therapy, and this patient of mine is just like looking at his phone. He can't be bothered. Then he goes, "Oh, the Pope's last words." And he goes, "Last words were, hey, take that pill off my face."
Oh!
I said, "What?" I said, "What?" He goes, "Oh, come on. They were hoping he wouldn't make it through the weekend. All the liberal stuff he's been doing, they killed that poor guy." He goes, "Just wait. Next Pope, going to be conservative as hell."
They're trying to get the Asian Pope, Julius Pope.
Heck, what do you say to this guy? You're just like, "Yep.
Show me your work."
Deycare.
Oh, God.
You know when I just missed a holiday?
Easter?
I found out from one of the teachers that she was talking to a parent who is a female. Actually, that's wrong. There is a parent of a child that is born biologically female and has a partner that's biologically female. And she said to the parent, "Hey, what are you guys doing for Mother's Day?" And she said, "Actually, we celebrate non-binary Parents' Day, which was on Easter this year."
That makes sense. That's perfect. The church loved that one. That's what killed the Pope. That's what you should have said to your guy. That's what killed...
I'm going to see him later this week. I will bring that up. But I said to, I'm in my head going, wait a minute. So it's not always on Easter. It's the third Sunday of every April from here on air. There's just so many other days. Why not make it a Saturday holiday?
Yeah. Well, maybe a Monday afternoon. Let's not overthink this.
So that's the big news of the day for Deycare, because my son definitely did not bite somebody.
Expelled?
Just minutes after I said to my mother, because he had a teether in his mouth today, and they took a picture and they sent it to us, and they do it every day, and I sent it to my family, and my mother goes, "What is he eating?" I said, "It's a teether so he doesn't bite anybody." She goes, "Oh, that's so sad." I says, "Better than biting somebody." Within minutes, Julia texts me. So Milo bit a kid today. They took his teether away during nap time, and then later in the day, something happened, and his first thing was, "Ow!" So I have to walk in, tail between my legs. Tony the tiger bit another kid. So sorry.
How much is the check? What do you have to write the check to at a certain point?
Wonka, we're at 3 bites right now.
3 confirmed bites.
3 confirmed bites.
Jesus.
Very rarely am
That's 2 bills easy.
I am not willing to listen to any corrections that we get from anything online, any of my friends. Honestly, I don't have a fact checker. Go fuck yourself. You all can keep texting me. Sure, thanks for clearing things up.
Wait, they text you?
I get personal texts where it's like, you got this story right, or that story was wrong, or whatever. But
how do they have your number?
They're my friends. My friends.
Those. How do they have your number?
But I was doing some research on a story when I was posting a video. Remember I told you about the Florida student reporter, Big J journalist that got, and you and I were both like, who cares? So it turns out that the girl that is smoking hot. She went viral for being in a picture where she's really hot, kind of talking to a student, and then she made T-shirts of her talking to said student and sold those. Fuck her. I was like, oh, remember,
God bless America.
Remember we took her side? I was like, nah, not good.
Now she has merch?
Now she has merch. Or no, she had merch, and then she got made fun of. That was part of the celebration.
Meh. Fuck it.
Pishadoo of the week. I got 11 candidates. Some are better than others. Let's do it. Can number 1. I saw an article. This is going back a week ago. Gwen Stefani has come out, and Gwen Stefani would like to come out and say that having a third party in her relationship with Blake Shelton is what keeps their marriage happy. Do you know what that third party is?
A dog? Clinton Hope? Who is it?
Well, obviously the clickbait is it's Jesus, it's God. She's a Jesus freak now, and that's her third party that, we got Jesus, he saved us.
That also might be what killed the Pope.
Your boy, Zoomer Zach, who signed a $6 million deal with the Dolphins.
Insane.
He's now made $35 million in his career, is wearing number 0. I think I've done this before, and I just don't care. Is he a part of the joke, or he doesn't get it?
I don't think he gets it.
I don't think he gets it, right?
I don't think he gets it, but like 35 mil and that smoking hot wife of his will go nuts, kid.
As his college roommate's stooping his mother.
Yeah. A lot going on there.
Came out today, Lin-Manuel Miranda has signed on officially to make a movie, not necessarily sure if it's a musical, about the Molina brothers. Name those Molinas.
Which Molinas? Yadier and like Alfred Molina?
Yeah, because they're the same.
Yeah.
Yachty, Benji, and...
Oh, Yachty, Benji, and... what was the other one? Oh, fuck.
It's Jose.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's making a movie about this. If there ever was a movie that didn't need to be made, even by Lenny, I don't think I'm even going to watch it.
It's such a niche, like...
Because they're from his hometown of Puerto Rico.
Who cares?
Exactly.
2 B-level catchers and 1 stud. Who gives a shit?
Wait, B-level? I think Benji has more rings than Yachty.
Yachty's got 2. Benji's got, what, 3 with the Giants?
Yeah, I think he was a catcher on... Or, you know what it was? He was a catcher twice, and then in the one series, he played for the other team during the year. He didn't play in the World Series, but was guaranteed a ring type of deal. I think he has 3. Yeah.
Well, fuck him.
All right.
I mean, why not like Benito Santiago's life story? Who gives a shit?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I saw something online. I did know this beforehand, but I love Burt Kreischer.
Yeah.
Did you know that the movie Van Wilder is about him, right? He sold the rights. Do you know that he's never seen the movie?
Why?
Why is he not? That's weird that he hasn't seen it, or weird to watch it?
No, it's weird that he hasn't seen it. I'd love to see a movie about me.
Zach, if I was in a movie as an extra, sitting in the 8th row, and my toe was in that movie, I'd watch it on replay.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
If I had a movie about me too, I'd have to be in it. Not the star, but like as a cameo. The Jordan Belfort thing. Like at the end, like a little thing.
Right. I just heard this story, and for most comedians who are pretty narcissistic, I don't get why he wouldn't be in this movie at all. I'm sorry. I don't get why he wouldn't watch this movie.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. Tell me you saw your boy Tommy Pham, who got suspended for this past weekend, or did you see what he did?
No.
You know who he is, though, right?
Yes.
He was doing something, and too many players were getting into it with fans, but he gave him the old slippity sloppy, hey!
No problem with that.
No? They should not be interacting with fans at all.
As long as it doesn't get physical, they're giving the fan what he wants. He paid his ticket. He got a reaction out of you. He leaves happier because you gave him the psh. No problem with it.
I saw a clip coming back from the NFL.
As long as you don't say anything offensive or get physical.
It is offensive. The one guy called Jared Duran to kill himself.
That's offensive. But the psh with the that's funny.
No, you shouldn't be doing that.
You're part of the show.
You should be ignoring the fans at all times.
I got Michael Morse to turn around and yell at us, then he went 3 for 4 and torched the Mets.
I was with a fan who got Luis Ayala to give him the finger.
Fantastic.
It was good.
Fantastic.
I saw a picture from this past weekend's NFL draft where Shannon Sharp flew out there for something, and he's having all the problem. He was flying bitch in coach.
That's insane. He's huge, too.
He's like this.
He's getting to fly economy plus?
What is he doing? He makes enough money that he can fly private, or at least first class.
First class. Forget what he made in the pros. Let's assume he blew all that on some hooker. But, like, it's probably. What he's making currently, mid 6 figures, $500,000. What do you think he makes for that show?
Oh, 6 figures. Yeah, even so.
Like not like 110,000 comfortable flying,
first class.
Plus. Yeah, he's making $500,000 plus for the show. That's not counting appearances. That's not counting everything he made as a professional athlete. He's doing just fine.
Staying with the NFL draft for 300. I didn't see which Cleveland pick it was, but when the people get up there and they have all types of stuff going on the screen in the background, somebody made some type of logo where it's a dog and a bone, but the bone was vertical, and as the dog is kind of moving, it's right over the player's head, and it's just balls. It's just balls going up and down on this guy's head. I'll send you the video.
Video.
Who thought this was a good idea?
Can't beat balls in the head. It lands every time.
Every time.
It's undefeated.
Did you hear that Yale is adding a course this next year to help with the Puerto Rico understanding heritage, and they are calling it Bad Bunny 101?
Yale.
As in where Beth...
And you know how they pronounce it? Jail. You're welcome.
Yeah, so I know you're not a fan of Bad Bunny. As I quote, I can't understand a word he says.
No. Yeah, inarticulate.
So that host of SNL, if they just said a word in English, it would have been a better episode.
Yeah.
Elements.
That's not it.
I said I had some good ones.
Okay.
Who is Riley Reid?
I don't know.
So she has a career where she may still be showing her hoo-ha, but at least she did. She looks like she hung out with the Baltimore Ravens on a Friday night, right?
I don't know.
Well, she is now, I think, with a guy, probably married, and she had a kid. And
God, is she in Milo's daycare?
He would be not biting as much. And she's holding this kid and smiling with the new baby daddy, husband, whoever he is. And just the internet is on fire. It is just, what a bitch. How do you get with this woman? And other people are like, dude, he's set for life. This is the best thing that could ever happen to her. Where do you fall on this? Because
marrying a porn star?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. So it's a challenge because the whole world's seen what she's doing. And your kids, it's out there. Like,
20
this
years.
is your career. What?
Yeah.
For years, yeah.
No, I said
So,
in 20 years, when this kid grows up, tortured endlessly.
how about in like 16 or 14 years? It's just awful.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not good. But they should be able to procreate. They should be able to keep the species going. They got plenty of money. And God knows your career doesn't last that long. So you got to do something. I don't know. I would not be happy if my parents were anywhere in the pornographic arts.
I just thought it was a discussion because you're basically just, I mean, she's good looking, right? And you're just marrying into all this money. And
well, does he have any? Is he like anything special? He's just some guy who slipped him past the goalie.
I think he's just a schlub. Yeah. He's nothing special. Anyway.
Yeah. But
all right.
Then the other thing too, just take her work home with her, or can you compete with Evan Stone?
Silver medal, silver element, silver candidate. So getting back to just like letting it go, I go online and I see a video where it says like warning, graphic material. So where do I click?
Immediately click.
Yeah, whatever you see. And it is 32-year-old Bronx man struggling for his life after his car gets stolen and he tries to stop the person. He's jumping through the window. He is just drugged for blocks and blocks. They have like, this camera gets him. This camera gets him. So if your car gets stolen, do you know what you do?
Nothing.
You wave to the guy, say, have a good one. You call your insurance company. They replace your car. Oh, by the way, I had gold bullion in the trunk, so let's go ahead and replace that too.
I do have gold bullion in the trunk. I have 2 wedges that cannot be replaced. They're from the 70s, and I need those back.
Okay. If you lose your phone on Mount Fuji, if somebody steals your car, just let it go, Elsa. You'll get another one. Do not fight for your car or fight for your life. Or
I need my Sand Lob wedge back. The rest they can have.
Okay, you're a dumb. So you think you can rationally go, excuse me, Mr. Robber, sir. Could I just grab my 2-iron from the back?
Maybe. It's worth a discussion.
Okay. All right.
Let me have my clubs.
I'm going to make this last one short and sweet.
Ooh, thanks.
My sister went to a fundraiser for
short and sweet.
My niece's high school for the athletics department. They were raising funds. She plays field hockey. There's other stuff there. And I said, so what even are you raising funds for? And she goes, well, like new uniforms, new equipment, and paying the refs. And I said,
but taxes, paying the refs.
I said, wait. I said, wait, paying the refs. She goes, well, if they don't sell enough tickets. I said, hold on. She's 11th grade varsity field hockey, right? She goes, yeah. I said, what tickets are they selling? She said, you know that you have to pay to watch high school sports now, right?
You just walk in.
I said, okay, maybe basketball is limited seating. Sometimes people go out for football. You're talking to me about like JV girls soccer. She
Should be
said
paying you to watch that shit.
$5 a ticket to go in and watch. And my mind, I said, what do your property taxes go towards? Well, the superintendent of Baltimore County makes $316,000. So that's probably what a lot of it goes towards.
Pretty good.
I am just besides myself. And I haven't stopped talking about it. And I'm not sure if that's how it is in New Jersey, but I've been asking people around. So I said to my sister, like, time out. You're paying for this? She says, well, sometimes I wear my badge that I'm a teacher and they just let me keep going.
I think if you just walked right by them, they wouldn't care. Person at the point of sale is not stopping you.
When Zoe plays any sport, they're charging for your admission. Now,
I
at the
don't
end of
know.
the day, dude,
Her Little League,
12 games a year, $5 a piece. It's not breaking your bank.
It's outrageous.
That's outrageous. Go ahead.
Her Little League, they lost 11 goose over the weekend, and I had to stand in the cold and watch them get killed. She went 1 for 2.
The walk.
No,
Just
she had a hit.
Dorn, just lean into it.
She hit the ball twice and got thrown out at first one and beat it out the second time. No, actually, the first time.
So did Riley Reed.
Mm-hmm. Goose is the best.
Gwen Stefani having a third party, that's Jesus. Zoomer Zach wearing number 0. Lin-Manuel Miranda making a movie about the Molinas. Bert has never seen Van Wilder. Tommy Fan, shake it off, shake it off. Shannon Sharp flying bitch. Cleveland dog bone on the forehead.
Perfect.
Yale, Bad Bunny has a course. Riley Reed, baby pics with her new baby daddy. Bronx man fights for his car instead of just letting it go and getting a new one. And Franklin High School has to raise money because you got to pay to go watch that game. Who is the Pishadoo of the week?
Yale. Fuck them.
Bulldogs, what? Yale?
Yeah, exactly. Bulldogs, and a girl. That's dumb. Anyway, what? Hooters, yum, yum, yum.
I know what you were doing, but there's more there. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, it's insane. Is he teaching the class, or they're just teaching about him and they're just referencing him? Because he may just sue in no time for naming right for NIL.
They are doing like, here is him, and he's from this town. Let's learn about the town and the culture. Like, you can make it clever about anybody.
No, you can't. It's like what Piven said in PCU. You can major in Game Boy if you know how to bullshit. Ridiculous.
Boozer Daddy, the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. We had fun. We're going to keep doing this. Zach, we made our playoff bet, but we both messed up. The Minnesota Wild have the first ever Israeli citizen playing on their team, debuted the other night.
Is he good? Did he score?
No, but they did make
him go. How many shekels are they paying him?
They made him go out there and do like a whole skate around by himself as his rookie hazing because his first game ever was in the playoffs.
I like when they do the Hava Nagila before the face-off. He could, he could do that face-off.
We out.
Idle,